myself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down.
Be careful, Billy. That's your son?
Yes, Billy. He has my eyes and mouth and his father's nose.
Yeah, I can see that. Of course, I've never seen your husband's nose, but, he does have your mouth and eyes.
Don't hang upside down, Billy. You'll crack your head open. He's reckless, just like his Uncle Fred.
Oh, is that his favorite uncle?
No, he's never met Fred. Fred is dead. Is that your little girl?
Yes, Susie. Watch your head, Susie! It's such a full-time job looking after children.
Yes, it is. And Susie's a pretty child. Is her father very handsome?
Yes, his whole family is very nice looking.
That's nice. Nobody in our family's particularly good looking. Except for Fred, sort of. Though you'd never know it from the way he ended up all squashed that way.
How did he die?
Part of the roller skating craze. He didn't know how and he skated right under a crosstown bus. Be careful, Billy! I don't think there's such a thing as a homely child, do you? I mean, Billy may well grow up to be quite homely, but right now he is really very cute. And your daughter is downright pretty.
Thank you. Be careful of your face, Susie! Don't fall down on it.
I have a child too, you know.
What?
No one has asked me about my child.
Well, no one was talking to you.
Well, I'm a human being. I deserve courtesy.
And where is your child?
That's her lying on the ground. Get up, Daisy! Stop acting like a lump.
What's the matter with her?
She's very depressed. She falls asleep all the time. You put her on the toilet, she falls asleep. You put her in the bathtub, she falls asleep. She's a depressing child. Get up, Daisy! Maybe one of those boys would poke her for me.
Maybe she has narcolepsy.
You get that from a venereal disease, don't you? You're trying to say something nasty about me, aren't you?
Narcolepsy is a disease where people fall asleep. You should take your daughter to a doctor.
All diseases are psychological. I'm not gonna waste my money on some dumb doctor who can't do anything about anything. She sleeps because she doesn't want to be awake. She has no joie de vivre. Get up, Daisy! Hey, you, boy, yeah, the one with the stick. Can you get my daughter up?
Billy, don't put the stick there. That's nasty.
Why isn't she moving?
She's willful. Get up, you lump of clay! Tug her hair a little.
Billy, leave the little girl alone and go play on the jungle gym. I don't want you encouraging my son to pick on women. That is not a very good thing to teach.
She still hasn't moved. Maybe she's fainted.
She does this to annoy me. It's very successful. You're very successful, Daisy. You're getting through! It's passive aggression. I do with my husband. He says to me, "Did you make dinner?" I lie down on the rug and don't move. He says, "Get up." I don't move a muscle. He gets on top of me and starts to grope me. I pretend it isn't happening. She gets it from me. Do as I say, not as I do, Daisy. I've told you that.
That is no way to bring up a child.
What do you know? Do you want a fat lip? Don't you cross me. I could do something terrible to your child.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. My bark's worse than my bite. Get up, Daisy! Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. Sing. Sing! It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage.
But you'll look sweet
Sweet
upon the seat.
seat.
A
Bicycle built for two. Did she move?
I think her arm twitched a little.
Oh, I bet she heard it. She loves that song. Don't you, Daisy? Well, I better be going. Goodbye. Daisy, we're leaving. Mother can't stand the park another minute. Get up. Get up, damn you! All right, Daisy, I'm gonna give you until the count of 5, and then I'm gonna step on your back. Are you listening? 1, 2, 3. Get up, Daisy! 4, 4 and a half, 4 3/4. Oh, look, there she goes.
My God, she is running fast.
She's like that, very inconsistent. 1 minute catatonic, the next she moves like a comet.
My God, she's running toward that bus!
Yeah, she's always been drawn to buses. She's always running right out in front of them. Usually the driver stops sometimes.
Oh my God, it's going to hurt!
Yeah, well, it'll probably be fine.
Oh, thank God.
It came so close. This happens all the time. I get quite used to it. Oh my God. Oh my God, Daisy. Oh God. Oh God, she was almost killed. Oh, Daisy, Mommy's coming. Mommy's coming, Daisy. Wait right there. I'm coming for you. I love you so much. I can't lose you, Daisy. I love you.
Good grief.
Well, at least the child's safe.
Do you think we should do something?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Contact social welfare or something.
I don't know. Maybe it's not her child. Maybe she's only babysitting.
I don't think so.
I don't think we should get involved.
All right then. We won't do anything about the child. We'll just wait until we read about the child dead in the newspaper.
I read about that child they found dismembered in the garbage cans outside the 21 Club. CBS is gonna make a TV movie about it.
I don't think television should exploit the sufferings of real people like that.
But they've got all those hours of programming to do. They gotta fill up with something.
I suppose.
I wouldn't like to be a television executive. You have to have ideas all the time. And then after a while, if people don't like your ideas, they fire you.
This is really off the point of what we should do about that poor child.
I don't like to think about it.
Well, that's not gonna help the child.
I don't like to concentrate on one thing for too long a period of time. It makes my brain hurt.
I don't think either the mother or the child are mentally well.
No, they're probably not. But who is nowadays? Everything's so outside of control. Chemical explosions in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Somebody killed Karen Silkwood. There were all these maniacs stalking Dolly Parton. The poor woman doesn't even feel like singing anymore. John Hinckley, David Berkowitz, Ronald Reagan. It's so difficult to maintain joie de vivre in the face of such universal discouragement. I have to take my mood elevators. I have this pharmacist friend. He gives me all sorts of things. I should be cheerful in a few minutes.
All right, then. We won't do anything about the child. I look forward to the CBS movie about the child under the bus. Come on, Billy, we're going home. Billy, don't put the stick there, that's rude. Leave Susie alone. Oh, Billy, don't put that there either. That's very rude. Now put that back. Oh, I am so sorry. He's just at that age now.
Oh, that's all right. He probably meant it affectionately. I always think sex and affection are somehow connected, don't you?
Well, no, not really.
Oh, I do. People need affection, you know? Susie, come give Mommy a hug!
Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Don't wanna be a richer man. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man.
I'm just very upset. That's all I can say.
I know. You said that. You said that. Get on with it.
I just don't think we're good parents, that's all.
Did the bus run over our child? No. Did the bus run over her last week? No.
Why does she keep running into buses? What's the matter with her?
Nothing is the matter with her. She's just depressed. You have to cheer her up. Cheer up, Daisy. You're depressing us.
And why does she lie in this pile of laundry all the time? Do you think that's normal?
Daisy is just going through a phase. She thinks she's an inanimate object. She thinks she's a baked potato because of what you said to her when she was a baby. You're not a baked potato, sweetie pie. You're Mommy's little darling. Mommy loves you. Mommy doesn't mind that she stayed in a bad marriage or isn't a novelist just for your sake. She's willing to make that sacrifice. Oh, you see how unresponsive she is? It's enough to make you want to shake and bake her.
Helen, we can't talk about our child that way. Did you hear what you just said?
John, I'm not actually talking about cooking her. You have no sense of irony. We're not actually gonna eat you, Daisy. Mommy was speaking figuratively.
Speaking of shake and bake, have you made dinner yet?
Have I made dinner yet? Well, now let me see. You were at unemployment, and then I was at the playground, and then Daisy tried to run in front of a bus. Now, I remember all these events, but as to dinner, I'm gonna have to lie down and think.
Helen, don't do this again. You know it makes me furious. Helen, stop staring at the ceiling. Helen. Helen. Helen! God damn it! I smashed one of Daisy's toys, Helen! Get up! Look at me! I broke another one of Daisy's toys! Good God. Listen to me. What has happened to us, Helen? We're ruining that poor child. I'm gonna take her and leave you. We've gotta get away from you. Hello, Daisy. Get up. Daisy. Daisy, Daisy. God damn it, Daisy, get up. Okay, I'll just have to carry you. Helen, I'm taking Daisy in the laundry and we're leaving you. I don't know where we're going, but we've got to get away from you. Goodbye.
And you won't get any of the paperback rights!
There aren't any paperback rights, Helen. You live in a fool's paradise. Goodbye. I just need a drink first. Do you know where the vodka is, Helen? Helen! Daisy, do you know where the vodka is? Daisy! Helen! Daisy! Helen! God damn it, I'm talking to you people! Are you deaf? Oh God, how did I get in this situation? Where is the vodka?
It's in the toy duck. Toy duck, toy duck, toy duck.
All right, thank you. Why can't we have a liquor cabinet like normal people? Want some, Helen? Daisy? Daisy! She's not a baked potato. She's 20% cotton, 80% polyester pile of Pookapoo!
Pookapoo, pookapoo, toy duck, Polly Wally wing bag, me, my ma, moo, me, my ma, moo.
Oh, Helen, you're talking again. I'm so sorry I asked you about what's for dinner. Do you want a cocktail?
Thanks, I'm too tired.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna give you a big black eye.
John, those aren't the lyrics.
I know they're not, I just don't know the right ones. And if that big black poodle should attack, Mama's gonna give you... What rhymes with poodle?
I don't know. I'm not a rhyming dictionary. Ask Daisy.
Daisy, honey, do you know what rhymes with poodle? Daisy. Daisy! She says she doesn't know.
Well, at least she spoke today. That's something.
Yeah, that is something.
You can send Miss Pringle in now, Henry. Oh, I love having a male secretary. It makes it all worthwhile. Sharpen all the pencils, please, Henry. Then check the coffee for me, would you? Hello, Miss Pringle. How are you?
I'm fine, Mrs. Willoughby, but I wanted to talk to you about Daisy Dingleberry.
Oh, yes, the peculiar child is doing so well on the track team.
Yeah, she runs very quickly, but I felt I should...
Wait a moment, would you? Oh, Henry, I want you to check if there's enough non-dairy creamer for the coffee pot, would you? Then I want you to go out and buy my husband a birthday present for me. I don't have any time. Thank you, sweetie. Mwah. Now, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I'm worried about Daisy. She's doing very well in track, and then some days she does well in her classes, and then some days she just stares. And then she's absent a lot.
Yes. I see. Go on.
Well, it's about her summer essay. You know what I did last summer?
Oh, what did you do?
Oh, no. It's the topic of the essay, what you did last summer.
Mr. Willoughby and I went to the New Jersey seashore. He was brought up there. It brings back fond memories of his childhood, bouncing in his mother's knees, being hugged, being kissed. Oh, Henry, I want you to go out and buy my husband underwear. Pink, the bikini kind. Calvin Klein or something like that. Or you could use your Almond catalog if it wouldn't take too long. Mr. Willoughby is a medium. Thank you, Henry. Mwah. Now, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Well, about Daisy's essay.
What about it?
Well, you see...
Wait a moment, would you? Oh, Henry. I mean, Mr. Willoughby is a medium size. I don't mean he owns any seances. I just didn't want there to be any misunderstanding. I don't think there was. But just in case, I myself am into black magic. Oh, Henry, I've taken out a black candle and I'm thinking of you. Do you have a match?
No. I'm sorry. About Daisy's essay.
I'm all ears.
Well,
Which is a figure of speech. As you can indeed see, I'm a great deal more than just ears. I have a head, a neck, a trunk, a lower body, legs, and feet. Oh, I have legs and feet, Henry. I hope you're working quickly.
Pay attention to me! Focus your mind on what I'm saying. I do not have all day.
Yes, I'm sorry. I will. Oh, you're right. Oh, I've admired a strong woman. I've always been afraid I might actually be a lesbian. But I've never had any opportunity to experiment with that side of myself. You're not interested, are you? You're single. Perhaps you are a lesbian?
No, I'm sorry. I'm not a lesbian. But thank you anyway.
Neither am I. I just thought maybe I was. Oh, Henry, you don't think I'm a lesbian, do you? The intercom only works one way. It needs to be repaired. Of course, Henry's a mute anyway.
Mrs. Willoughby! Put your hand over your mouth for just a moment and don't say anything.
I'm all ears.
Good. Thank you. I was disturbed by Daisy's essay. I want you to listen to it. What I Did for My Summer Vacation by Daisy Dingleberry. Dark, dank rags. Wet, fetid towels. A large German Shepherd, its innards splashed against the windshield of a car. Is this a memory? Is it a dream? I'm trapped, how to escape? I try to kill myself, but the buses always stop. Old people and children get discounts on buses, but still, no one will ever kill me. How did I even learn how to speak? I am a baked potato. I'm a summer squash. I'm a vegetable. I'm an inanimate object who from time to time can run very quickly. But still, I'm not really alive. Help! 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 I'm drowning. My lungs fill with the summer ocean. But still, I do not die. This life goes on and on. Will no one rescue me?
Should do?
I'd give her an A. I think it's very good. The style is good, it rambles a bit, but it's unexpected. It's sort of an intriguing combination of Donald Barthelme and Sesame Street. All that I am a baked potato stuff. I liked it.
Yes, but don't you think this child needs help?
Well, a good editor would give her some pointers, granted, but I still feel that she has a long way from publishing. I feel she should stay in school, keep working on her essays. The school track team needs her. There's no one who runs as fast. I think this is all premature, Miss Pringle.
I think she should see the school psychologist.
I am the school psychologist.
Well, what happened to Mr. Byers?
I fired him. I thought a woman would be better suited for the job.
But do you have a degree in psychology?
I imagine I do. I can have Henry check if you insist. Are you sure you're not a lesbian? I think you're too forceful. It's unfeminine. And I think you're picking on this poor child. She shows signs of promising creativity, and first you try to force her into premature publishing, and now you want to send her to some awful head shrinker who'll rob her of all of her creativity in the name of some awful god of normalcy! Well, Miss Pringle, here's what I have to say to you. I will not let you rob Diesel Dingleberry of her creativity. She will not see a psychologist as long as she's in this school, and you are hereby fired from your position as teacher in this school. Good day! Oh, Henry, please come remove Miss Pringle's bodily from my office, would you, sweetie?
No need to do that. I can see myself out. Let me just say, I think you're insane, and I'm sorry you are in a position of power.
Yes. But I am in a position of power. Aren't I, Henry? Now get out of here before I start to become violent.
I am sorry, you will not let me help this child.
Help this child? She may be the next Virginia Woolf, the next Sylvia Plath.
Dead, you mean?
Who cares if she's dead, as long as she publishes? Now get out of here.
Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Better run, 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 run away.
Come in, please. State your name, please.
Daisy.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
I wish I got in your case earlier. Why are you wearing a dress?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I? I didn't realize. I know I've always been a boy, young man. It's just that I've gotten so used to wearing dresses for so long that some mornings I wake up and I just forget. I should really just clear all those dresses out of my closet.
Why did you used to wear dresses?
Well, that's how my parents dressed me. They said they didn't know what sex I was, but it had to be one of the two, so they made a guess. And they just guessed wrong.
Are your genitals in any way misleading?
No! I don't believe so. I don't think they really looked. They didn't want to intrude. It was sort of a politeness on their part. My mother's sort of delicate, and my father rests a lot.
Did you think they acted out of politeness?
Well, probably. It all got sorted out eventually. When I was 11, I came across this medical book that had pictures in it, and I realized I looked more like a boy than a girl. But my mother had always wanted a girl, or a bestseller, and so I didn't want to disappoint her. But some days, I don't know what gets into me. I would just feel like striking out at them. So I waited to have one of her crying fits, and I brought the book to her. I was 12 now. And I said, "Have you ever seen this book? Are you totally insane? Why have you named me Daisy? Everyone has always called me a boy. What's the matter with you?" And she kept crying and said something about Judith Krantz and being at a shake and bake chicken. And then she said, "I want to die." Then she said, "Perhaps you're a boy, but we don't want to jump to any hasty conclusions. So why don't we just wait and we'd see if I menstruated or not?" When I asked her what that word meant, she slapped me and washed my mouth out with soap. Then she apologized and hugged me and said she was a bad mother. Then she washed her mouth out with soap. Then she turned all the gas jets on and tied me to the kitchen table and said it would be just a little while longer for the both of us. Then, when my father came home, he turned off all the gas jets and untied me. And when he asked if dinner was ready, she lay on the kitchen floor and wouldn't move. And he said, "I guess not." Then he sort of crouched next to the refrigerator and tried to read a book. Although I don't think he was actually reading, because he never seemed to turn the pages. Eventually, since nothing else would be happening, I just went to bed.
How did you feel about this?
Well, I knew something was wrong with them, but then they meant well. And I felt that somewhere in all that, they actually cared for me. I mean, she washed her mouth out with soap, and he untied me. And so I forgave them, because they meant well. I tried to understand them. I felt sorry for them. I considered suicide.
That's the end of your first session. This is your second session. How old are you?
I'm 19 now.
Why have you waited 2 years between your first and second sessions? And you never called to cancel them. I've been waiting here for 2 years.
I'm sorry, I should have called. I was just too depressed to get here. And I'm in college now, and I've owed this paper on Jonathan Swift's and Gulliver's Travels for 1.5 years. I keep trying to write it, but I just have this terrible problem beginning it.
In problems of this sort, it's best to begin at the beginning, follow through to the middle, and continue until the ending.
Well, I've tried that, but I don't seem to be getting very far. I'm still on the first sentence. Jonathan Swift's in Gulliver's Travels is a biting, bitter work that... I keep getting stuck on the that.
I see you wearing men's clothing today.
I throw all my dresses away. And I'm going to change my name from Daisy. I'm considering Francis or Hillary or Marion.
Any other names?
Rocky.
Have you seen your parents lately?
I try not to. They call me and they cry and so on. But I hold their sleeve away from my ear. And then I go next to the refrigerator and I crouch for several days.
How are you doing in school?
I'm not even sure I'm registered. It's not just the John Swift paper I owe. I owe a paper comparing a George Herbert poem to a Shakespeare sonnet. I owe a paper on the American characters seen in Henry James's Daisy Miller. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love. I'm half crazy. I am half sick of shadows, said the Lady of Shalott.
You sound like an English major.
Yes, I learned a certain level of literature from my parents. My mother is a writer. She is the author of the Cliff Notes of Scruples and Princess Daisy. And my father liked reading. When he was next to the refrigerator, he would often read. I like reading. I have this eerie dream, though. Sometimes that I'm a baby in my crib, and somebody's reading aloud to me from what I think is Mommy Dearest. And then this great big dog or something keeps snarling at me. And then this enormous truck or bus or something comes down from the sky and it kills me. And then I always wake up.
That's the end of your second session.
Doctor, I'm so depressed. I can hardly speak on the phone. It's like I can only function 2 hours a day at maximum. I have this enormous desire to feel absolutely nothing.
That's the end of your third session.
You know, when I do get up, I sleep with people obsessively. I'm always checking people on the streets to see who I can sleep with.
Eventually, you'll get a lot of venereal diseases.
I know, I already have. It's just that during the sex, there's always 10 or 20 seconds where I forget who I am and where I am. And that's why I'm so obsessive. But it's ridiculous to spend hours and hours seeking sex just really in order to find those 10 or 20 seconds. It's so time-consuming. I mean, no wonder I never get that paper in Gulliver's Travels done.
Oh, you still haven't finished that paper?
No, I've been a college freshman for 5 years. I'm never going to graduate. At registration every fall, people just laugh at me.
That's the end of the 53rd session. See you Tuesday.
I mean, it's the inconsistency I hate the most for. 1 minute they're cooing and cuddling and feeding me NyQuil, and the next they're turning on the gas jets, or lying on the floor, or threatening to step on my back. I mean, how dare they treat me like that? What's the matter with them? I didn't ask to be brought into this world. If they didn't know how to raise a child, they should have gotten a dog or a kitten. They're more independent. Or a gerbil. but they left me unborn.
That's the end of your 215 session.
I passed this couple on the street yesterday, and they had this 4-year-old lying in between them. And the two parents were fighting, and you could just tell that they were insane. They would just snatch that child up from them and...
Then what?
I don't know. Hurl it in front of a car or something, I guess. It was too late to save it. But at least it would be dead.
That's the end of your 377th session.
Look, I suppose my parents aren't actually evil. And maybe that plan of hiring a hip person to kill them is going too far. They're not evil. They're just disturbed. And they mean well, but meaning well is not enough.
How's your Culver's Travels paper going?
I'm too depressed.
I'm afraid we're going to be on vacation next week.
I'm not happy with my current name.
I won't be gone that long.
I wore a dress last week.
I hope. I will only be gone a week.
And I slept with 30 people.
I hoped you'd enjoyed it.
And I can't be responsible for what I might do next week.
Please, please, I need a vacation.
All right, take your stupid vacation. I just hope it rains.
You're trying to manipulate me.
Yes, but I mean well. Doctor, I have been in therapy with you for 10 years now. I have been a college freshman for 6 years, then a college sophomore for 4 years. The national defense loan that I have taken to pay for this idiotic education will take me a lifetime to repay. I don't know. I just feel sort of, well, stuck.
Yes.
Oh, and I had another memory. Something else I had forgotten. It was during that period I stayed in the laundry pile.
Yes.
My mother promised me I could have ice cream if I would just stand up for 10 minutes and not line the laundry. When I did stand up for 10 minutes, turns out she had forgotten she was defrosting the refrigerator and the ice cream was all melted. I mean, it was so typical of her. She had a college education. Who could forget they were defrosting a refrigerator? I mean, don't you just hate her?
How old are you?
27?
Don't you think it's about time to let go of all this?
What?
Don't you think you should move on with your life? Yes, your parents were impossible, but that's already happened. It's time to move on. Why don't you do your damn Gulliver's Travels paper? Why don't you decide on a name? My secretary is Radish Grant from changing your records from Rocky to Cade to Butch to Abel to Tootsie to Ray Cloud to Elizabeth the First to Elizabeth the Second to Batista Pierce to Mary Baker. I mean, we know you had a rough start, but pull yourself together. You're smart. You have resources. You can't blame them forever. Move on with it.
Fuck you.
It's my life. It never
love this aroma. It almost makes me wish I had a cold. Delicious. Oh, there are pleasurable things in life. Daisy dear, you almost ready? We want to see how you look in your present.
I thought his name was Panchita.
John, we've been telling you all day. He called himself Panchita only for the month of March several years ago. He's been calling himself Charles Corral for the last several years. And now that he's turned 30, as a gift to me, he's decided to go back to the name of Daisy. Daisy, we're waiting for you.
I wish someone would have told me. I would have changed the banner.
The banner's a lovely gesture, John. We all appreciate it. No one gives a fuck what's on it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to swear. No one gives a shit what's on it. Daisy, Mommy and Daddy are waiting for you. Oh, do you like it, dear?
I'm not certain.
Now, it's not a dress. I want to make that very clear. It's a Scottish kilt. Scottish men wear them in the Highlands, and all that air is wonderful for your potency. If you're wearing those boxer shorts, rather than those awful jockey shorts that destroy your semen. Isn't that so, John?
I wasn't listening.
Of course you weren't. None of us were. All our heads were elsewhere. Your father's become a Christian Scientist, and we're all so pleased. Now, when he cuts himself, we don't even put a Band-Aid on him. We just watch him bleed.
Cut myself this morning, shaving, a nasty slice on the bottom of my foot. Between the vodka and the mane and the waiter razor, I fell right over. Then, trying to get up, I sliced my foot. Mother wouldn't let me put a Band-Aid on it because she thinks I've become some sort of Christian Scientist.
That's right. That's what I do think. Panchita, dear. I'm sorry. I mean, Daisy. You're so silent. Do you like your birthday present?
Did you get this for me because you thought I'd like it? Because you're insane? Or did you get this for me as some sort of nasty barb to remind me that you dressed me as a girl the first 15 years of my life?
I got it for you because I thought you'd like it. Because I'm insane. I'm insane because I stayed in a bad marriage and didn't do what I was supposed to do with my life. But I'm not bitter. And now that your father has become a Christian Scientist, I am going to become a Jehovah's Witness and go to the supermarket, forcing people to take copies of the Watchtower. Perhaps the Watchtower would publish me. Certainly someone has to. Someday.
Your mother's going through a religious phase. Cocktail, anyone?
Your father calls drinking from a bottle a cocktail. Sort of adorable, really. No, dear, but you have one. Oh, I'm enjoying life so much today. Now that you've turned 30, that means that I've wasted my youth and I'm getting nearer to death. Oh, it cheers me up. Happy birthday, dear. Mwah.
He hasn't opened up his other presents.
That's right, Daisy, dear. We have other presents. Here's one. Daisy always loves surprises. Now, open the bigger box. Happy birthday, Daisy dear, Daisy dear. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Who is this?
I'm your Auntie name? No, just kidding. I'm the Antichrist! No, just kidding again. I'm your Auntie Nanny.
This is Nanny. Do you remember Nanny?
I remember something. God knows what. And why did you sing happy birthday to the wrong melody?
Well, Nanny told us you have to pay a royalty to sing the real happy birthday melody. Selfish people who wrote the stupid melody don't have to lift a finger for the rest of their fucking lives, while I have to sweat and slave over cliff notes to the thornbirds. And all because your father has never been able to earn a living. Oh, why don't you just keel over and die? I'm just kidding, I'm fine.
Hello, baby. Hello. What pretty blue eyes you have. Shut up! Coming back to your honey.
Slightly. I try not to remember too much. Doesn't get me anywhere.
Happy birthday to you!
There are spies from ASCAB everywhere.
It's so nice to see one of my babies all grown up. And what a pretty dress you have. The plaid matches your eyes.
It's not a dress, Nanny, it's a kilt.
Well, whatever it is, it's very becoming.
Happy birthday to
Please, John, please! We can't afford to pay the royalty.
Come. All my babies grow up so strong and healthy. And what does baby do for a living?
He goes to college. He's been a freshman for 6 years and been in sophomore slump for 7 years.
13 years of college. Baby must be very smart.
He's been having trouble writing his freshman expository writing paper on Gulliver's travels. How's it going, Rocky? I'm sorry. I mean, Daisy.
Actually, I finished it. I thought I might read it to you.
Oh, this'll be a treat. John, Daisy's gonna read to us.
Let me just put on my glasses.
Jonathan Swift's in Gulliver's Travels is a biting, bitter work that depresses me greatly.
Oh, I like it so far.
By the end of the book, Gulliver has come to the King Cromwell-Dingdog's assessment that mankind is, quote, most pernicious race of little odious vermin nature ever suffered to crawl upon the surface of the earth, unquote. By the end of the book, Gulliver rejects mankind, as he prefers the company of horses to humans. We are meant to find Gulliver's disgust with humanity understandable, but also to see that he is by now gone mad. However, I don't wish to write papers analyzing these things anymore, as I agree with Gulliver and find most of the world, including teachers, to be less worthwhile to speak to than horses. However, I don't like horses either. So I have decided that after 13 years of schooling, that I am not meant to go to college. And so I am withdrawing. Screw your degree. I am going to become a bus driver.
Oh. That was excellent. I think you'll get a very good grade. John, wasn't that good? And how interesting you're going to become a bus driver. You've always been drawn to buses.
Oh, I love buses too. I adore all public transportation. The danger of derailing, the closeness of the people, the smells, the dirt. I'm sort of like a bacteria. Wherever I go, I thrive.
I'm glad you like the paper. I should also let you know that I'm getting married.
Married? How fascinating. John, I feel like you're not participating in this conversation.
How'd you spell dipsomaniac?
John, you're too young to write your memoirs. Besides, I'm the writer of the family.
I wasn't really intending on getting married, but she's pregnant.
Pregnant! How lovely.
D-I-P.
John, participate in your life now. This isn't a spelling bee. This is a parent-child discussion.
She's the 1,756th person I've slept with. Although only the 877th woman.
This conversation's just so interesting. I don't know what to do with it.
I don't think I love her. But then again, I don't use that word. And I do think I like her. And her getting pregnant just seems sort of a sign that we should go ahead and get married. That and the fact that I had taken her phone number.
S-O-M.
K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Yes! Thank you!
Well, I think it's marvelous. Congratulations, Daisy.
Your father and I will have lots of advice to give to you. Don't give the baby NyQuil until it's about 3. We made that mistake with you.
I don't really wish to hear your advice.
Well, we listen to your awful paper. You can at least do us the courtesy of listening to whatever garbage you have to say.
Uh-oh! Here comes Al again!
Your father's seeing things. John, dear, spell delirium tremens. That's a fun word.
Z-B-X.
No, dear, that's way off. God, he's gonna be spelling all night long now. He's impossible to talk to when he's spelling. But Daisy, you're here, and we'll talk, won't we? I made you a delicious dinner. I've ordered up Chinese.
I don't really think I can stay for dinner.
But it's your birthday, and I don't like Chinese food. What should I do with it?
I hesitate to say.
Pardon?
I feel that I must tell you that I don't wish to speak to you or Father for the next few years and see if I become less angry.
Angry? Why are you angry?
Let me see if I can answer that. No, I don't think I can. Sorry. So, thank you for the kilt, and I better be going.
Going?
Daisy, dear, before you go, let me give you some advice. Get lots of medical checkups. Aside from your promiscuity, your parents also exposed you to lead, asbestos, and red dye number 2 from this little toy you had when you were a child. Also, be sure to avoid acid rain and dioxin contamination and any tablets that might have cyanide in them. And try to avoid radiation and third-degree burns when the atomic explosions come. And finally, work on getting a sense of humor. Medically, humor has been proven to help cope with the tensions of modern life that can be otherwise internalized, leading to cancer, high blood pressure, and spastic colon. Well, it was very nice to see you. Best of luck in the future. And Helen, if you just mail me to Eureka, California at your earliest convenience, I'd much appreciate it.
What toy was she talking about?
Oh, who knows? Nenny's memory is probably starting to go. She must be about 103 or so by now. Resilient woman.
D-E-L.
Oh, delirium. Better start, darling.
E-R-I.
Well, I better be going now.
Oh, stay a little while longer, Daisy dear.
Very well. Well, I think that's about it. I think I'll just give you this kilt back now. And I'll call you in a few years and see if I become less hostile.
That would be lovely. Thank you, Daisy dear.
Goodbye.
how sharper than a serpent's tooth is it to have an ungrateful child? John, what's that from?
D-E-L.
What's that from, John?
E-R-I-M-O-U-S-C. There! But what's the Lyra mouse?
God only knows, John.
Oh, another kilt.
No, dear. Daisy gave it back. He said some very rude things, and then he just left.
Oh, maybe he was angry about the banner.
Yes, maybe that was it. Nothing the less. To each is human, to ear divine. What's that from?
Bartlett's famous quotations.
Oh, you're useless. Nanny, what's that from? Also, how sharper than a serpent's tongue. Tooth. What's that from?
I have nothing more to say. Send me to the post office.
Send me to the post office. What an orderly life Nanny leads. How I envy that.
Oh!
They're low-flying beasts, aren't they, John? John, I wonder if I'm too old to have another baby. We could try again. But perhaps you're not in the mood tonight. Well, we could talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. John, what's that from? Nanny? One loses one's classics.
Such a cute baby. Isn't it amazing how immediately one loves them?
Yes, I guess so.
Say hello to the baby, Alexander.
Hello.
Alexander, you're so stiff. Be more friendly to the child.
Hello. Now, we do know it's sex, right?
Yes, it's a boy. Remember, we sent out this card that said Alexander and Susan Nevsky are proud to announce their birth of their son, Alexander Nevsky Jr.?
Yes, I remember. I was just checking to make sure that you weren't insane and suddenly saying it was a girl.
No, I'm not insane. Hello, Alexander Jr. How odd your name's Alexander Nevsky. Do you have any Russian ancestors?
No. Truthfully, I took the name myself. I've always liked the musical score to the movies. I've always had trouble with names.
Well, it's a very nice name.
Oh my god, it's crying.
Oh dear, what should we do, I wonder?
I'm not certain. Probably we should hold it.
Instinctively, that feels right. There, it's all right, it's all right.
Goodness, how did you do that?
Here, you try.
He doesn't like me.
Well, bounce him.
Hey there.
Sing to him, why don't you?
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna give you a big black poodle.
Are those the lyrics?
I don't know the lyrics. And if that big black poodle should attack, Mama's gonna step on your little. Mama's gonna teach you to bite it back. And when baby grows up big and strong, baby can help Mama rewrite the song.
That's very sweet, Alexander.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna give you a big black poodle.
And if that big black poodle should attack, Mama's gonna teach you to bite it back. And when baby grows up big and strong, baby can't help Mama rewrite this song.
Mommy had a little baby. There he is, fast asleep. He's just a little plaything. Why not wake him up? Cute, cute little baby, little pee-pee, little toes. Now he's coming to me. Crawl across the kitchen floor. Baby, baby, please let me hold him. I wanna make him stay up all night. Sister, sister, he's just a plaything. We wanna make him stay up all night. Yeah, we do. See him drink from a bottle. See him eat from a plate. Cute, cute as a button. Don't you wanna make him stay up late? Am I having fun with nobody? A little smile on his face. Don't you love the little baby? Don't you wanna make him?
Hi guys, I know you're all probably really anxious to leave, so I'm gonna make this really short and quick, but I hope you all enjoyed the show. But there is absolutely no way we would be able to do this show without the two brilliant people behind it. So if Miss Gow or Mr. Andrews would like to come to the stage. I have never seen two people be so dedicated, put their literal blood, sweat, and tears into something. We are at school 24/7, like almost every day of the week. So you can imagine that these people are no longer our teachers, our director, our assistant director, our lighting supervisor, but we're all family at this point. And I'm speaking for the whole cast and crew when I say we are so grateful for you guys, and we love you guys so much, and this show would not be able to happen without you guys. And this is just something from all of us to show how much we appreciate you guys.
Really quick, I just want to quickly say thank you guys so much for coming out and supporting. More than that, this show has meant more, I think, than any show to me. We've worked so hard. I mean, every single human being, I can't express it, that you see on this stage has held such an important role in its success. From our front of house team, who I can depend on for anything, to our incredible lighting and sound, costumes, hair, wigs, oh my gosh, Maya, makeup. Our crew is phenomenal. This was built by like me and 10 kids, okay? I just can't say enough amazing things, and this line of seniors that you saw at the end are the backbone of the program, and I could not be more grateful to share this experience with them and for you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.